Yeah, 1080p. I'm doing 6K up. We're doing all right. We're doing all right. I got that dual screen layout.
Love it. Love it. Oh, this is a 3K Abby.
Yeah, 3.5K. Oh, I gotta change the stream title. Okay. November 27th. November is basically done. What is going on?
Ew. Actually, in Canada, there's snow right now, and I still haven't seen snow. It's actually still hot in Vegas, so still living life.
Hell yeah. Alton Brown's in this game.
Who?
Alton Brown. Do you know Alton Brown?
No.
He is a TV cook. That is
what?
awesome. Do you know Good Eats?
I feel retarded right now.
No,
But no.
It's fine. I mean, cooking shows are very American, I guess.
I don't really watch cooking shows. That's
okay. That might be it.
Mm.
Vice is calling you out on stream. How do you not know Alton Brown? Jen, you're dead to me.
What was calling me out on stream? You asses. I don't know. I learned to cook from the internet.
There you go. See, I learned to cook from my mom and Alton Brown on TV.
Cool.
Cool story.
This
bro.
multiple, this single select thing is life changing.
Right?
Okay.
Vice, how is it going?
Why do you talk like a robot?
Vice, how is it going? Have not seen you on the Discord.
Oh yeah, he's in our
Alton
Discord.
Brown is like the Gordon Ramsay of the USA.
Oh.
Yeah, kind of in terms of notoriety. Alton Brown is just like I don't know, he's just a lot nicer, he's very logical, he's witty, he's funny. I guess Gordon Ramsay is all of those things too. But Gordon Ramsay just will rip into just unsuspecting people and people that deserve it. Yes.
Oh no.
Well, they have team names.
Whoa,
We're gonna
hello?
do team names. Can you hear me? You can hear me, right?
No, the team name says hello.
Oh. Debated.
Debated. Hello? Can
Hello?
you hear me?
Good song, by the way.
No.
Oh my
it's
god,
not.
wait. I'm not ready. I need to get my post-its out.
Same. I have to.
It was
get my
who
post-its
was
out.
it? Was it Hello versus
Hello and
something
something not as cool.
what was
Where
it?
do I go?
Oh wait, I can see lobby. Show lobby. I'm an idiot. Hello and Bolt.
Bolt.
Yeah. Bolt on blue side, hello, question mark on red. Well, I'm gonna kill this nice music.
So who's on hello?
See here, Bolt. Who is on hello?
Yeah.
L3X3.
Okay, cool. Got it.
Hello. Nice. Here we go. All right, should we get serious?
Oh, my document. Yeah, whenever you're ready.
All right, and we're going in game right now.
5, 4, 3.
Guys, welcome to another Broadcast.gg Scrim Nights. This is Musha Beef, joined by Lemon Kiwi. Lemon Kiwi, we got some great games today. About 3,500 SR average. It's going to be Team Bolt on the blue side versus Hello. As we're moving in on Nepal, and both teams already starting the engage on this right side. Both teams with the dive composition, the Diva and the Winston on both sides.
Yeah, and blue opting to go towards the stairs avenue, coming from behind and trying to pinch into the point. However, they're going to be playing point as it is going to be unlocking in 3 seconds. Knowledge is going to be singled out here and cleaned up for the final kill as Bolt will have the initial cap to start out the map.
Yeah, everything just went right for the side of Bolt as they're able to claim the first capture percentage. And of course, now we'll be up on Alt's percentage progress. Care Bear the closest with the self-destruct. That could do a lot to ward off this attack, but they won't have it quite yet, but might have it just before this fight if they can hold them at the point. But no, red team is going to jump in.
Very interesting to see Sad Boy here on the Pharah, giving that verticality and extra damage up in the air, where blue team maybe don't have exactly an answer in terms of hit scan. Of course, Wazam on the Genji should be able to dive him along with the Diva, but look at all the ults coming out. The Diva Bomb, Coalescence from Bolt, able to clear out red again.
Can't seem to find anything, no picks, nothing to have it go one way or the other. So Bolt is just struggling with, or excuse me, Hello struggling with this entry. And so they do have 3 ultimates to work with. A Primal Rage to keep him up and alive on the point, but Knowledge has that self-destruct, and that could be pretty big for making an opening on this control center point.
And having that Pharah is good for the entry, forcing them to sort of take cover and have their squishies get out of sight. Initial dive here out of L3, where the Sound Barrier is going to come from the side of Bolt preemptively before this fight comes in. Primal Rage pot from the side of Bolt, and also counter Sound Barrier to come in to extend this team fight.
Bolt coming way out of the point, and they're just pushing back Hello. Not many kills quite yet, but now they're starting to fall, as now the DMAC and the kill onto the Winston will be eliminated for the side of Hello. And blue team, Bolt, just having more success on finding those kills and playing together as a unit better.
Sad Boy with the barrage, and both tanks on the side of Hello also have their ultimates ready. And of course, you could see maybe the Diva Bomb come into the point, spread them out, maybe look for a sneaker barrage coming through the right side. But that's exactly here what Hello are doing, coming through the high ground. The initial dive and the Diva Bomb onto the point, not able to find anybody, but see how split Bolt are right here, and 99% and counting. Hello are under pressure.
Sideboy goes down to Falsker on this side. Just didn't have even a chance to use that rocket barrage as the rest of the team trying to make something happen, but that self-destruct is going to be clearing the point. But Alrin, with the double res, will be bringing back 2 members, but they go down almost immediately. Sideboy does take a pick onto Moira, but red team, Hello, just trying to stay alive at this point. They just have no hope at capturing this objective.
2 versus 4, the Lucio and the Diva. Finally, Tracer is able to get back to the point. Can they stall us often enough to hopefully have the rest of their tanks come in, as they did lose their Winston? Now the Pharah is going to add additional damage onto the point. It should be able to distance Bolt at least off of the point. Now they only have squishies and their supports and the Tracer onto the point. We saw Sad Boy use the barrage earlier, not able to find anyone, and now Knowledge getting back into his mech, adding a little bit extra life and a little bit of extra push here for Hello. But this is going to be a long contest battle where just 1 member left from Bolt.
Sound Barrier will come out for the side of Hello, and they do flip it. They are able to extend that fight, the Lucio and the Tracer, allowing time for the respawns, and then those DPS ultimates able to kill the tanks who were just taking up so much space on the point for Bolt and did so well early on. But now it is 99% to 13. Hello cannot give up another fight.
Wazam did switch to the McCree to add a little bit more hit scan power to deal with Sad Boy up in the air. Now they're going to heading right through main entry, where Alton Brown is going to initiate this dive. Sound Barrier also coming in for the side of Bolt, where 2 initial kills will go in their favor, also including I'll call her Aril on the Mercy, goes down early in the fight.
Now the Moira ultimate, that Coalescence, will be keeping everyone topped off on the point itself, and blue team have kind of re-established their battle lines and figured out how they want to be approaching this. But now this is going to be the reinforcements coming in for the side of Team Hello, but they need to find some kills, and they aren't going to find it, especially when a Primal Rage Winston, Alton Brown, raging his way around the point, just making it happen.
Erlin also goes down, trying to go for the Resurrect, and all the kills are going in favor of Bolt, 99%. Hello need to keep holding on, but Sad Boy is low health, doesn't have his Mercy. Even Lucio has to disengage. Now Sad Boy has to continue forcing this engage. Now Diva onto the point, they're just trickling in, and it's not going to be enough for Hello. Even the Deadeye coming from the side of Wazam is able to find, I heard of Deadeye, but even nonetheless, Care Bear with the self-destruct, finding both Tracer and Mercy. Overtime is now dwindling down, and this should be it for Bolt.
Fighting better on the point using their tanks. They did give up a flip in 70%, but that percentage doesn't quite tell you how staggering those early fights went. Hello did a good job of just contesting for as long as they did, but really they're kind of had their backs against the wall that entire match.
Of course, we saw Hello lacking a little bit in the ultimate department. There wasn't anything making a tremendous impact that they were looking for to really go for the retake. And the one time that they did retake the point was just a very long contest battle of lucky targeting and lucky engagements going in their way. And Sound Barriers coming in, just extending this fight, got Bolt to 99%. And now heading into this next point. A little bit of switch of compositions here, Mushu.
That is right, Alton Brown will be bringing out the Orisa. So looking for the environmental kills, but behind the other team, L3, X3, bringing the Reinhardt. So both shield tanks as Orisa looks to lose the shield battle early on, but no, that's going to be already jumping to the back line. Was a Ham going crazy and even reflecting the biotic ore back and had a Dragon Blade for that fight.
How did he have a Dragon Blade within the first minute of the game, getting the first triple or quad kills, completely wiping out Hello, as now the point will be unlocked, and as usual, Bolt gets the first cap.
That was a staggering amount of damage, and just maybe all the reflex gave him the ultimate, as already Waz has 41% of ultimate, will die to that, but sitting behind another DPS who's very good in tight corridors, that's going to be Falsker on the Junkrat, and already that shield is going to be broken for the side of Hello. What can they do here?
Oh, the Riptire coming in also from Faz. Can he find somebody? Yes, he does, the Reinhardt. And one of the supports down for Hello as they'll have to retreat. Let's see if Bolt can stagger a few more players here, pushing into the base.
If they could do damage to the spawn, they would be keeping them in there the entire match. But luckily, they do have some invulnerability as they're just going to need to get back to spawn. Sad Boy running back, almost going down there. They just they have no way to get out of this spawn safely.
It's difficult. They're trying the Reinhardt shield, they're trying heavy shield comps, and Sad Boy needs to go ham here with the Genji, and also Pigeon on the Soldier, sort of for long range, we'll have to see if he can get some picks close ranges. L3, low on health, but the Sound Barrier comes in for the rescue, able to finally push out of their spawn. They should be able to push right side, but left side is still occupied here by Bolt. The Riptire comes in, still finds a double kill on the Lucio and the Soldier, so their force is being cut down. Look how spread apart Bolt are. It's going to be difficult here for Hello, but they need to clutch kills. L3 needs to be held, and now he's got the Earth Shatter, finding 3.
Huge Earth Shatter is going to be knocking down 3 people, as well as here Sad Boy will be ready for the cleanup. Finally, Hello they have flipped the point and now can set up for a defense for the first time this map.
That's exactly where Pigeon needs to be as well. He needs to dominate sort of that pillar side of the map, preventing him from going on. He needs to be careful of the enemy Junkrat in case he gets bursted down, but you can see how Hello are playing the point. Also want to hold either doorway where the shields. Ooh, and the Graviton, they get punished right for it. Oh, 1, 2, 3 people go down for Hello, and Bolt going for the retake.
Watch up another point with the Dragon Blade, looking to try to finish up the rest of the team as Bolt will come back with style, dumping in all of their ultimates except for Orisa's, but that was definitely worth it. They take the point, and now they get back to hiding behind the shield with the Junkrat coming in from the back.
Heading into the next fight here, Hello now have a Graviton of their own and looking to punish Bolt exactly for their grouping here, and here it is. How many players can they find? Also, Sad Boy, oh my god, the Riptire with the team kill! Sad Boy also with the Genji Blade doesn't get any kills of his own, but who needs anybody else on your team when you've got Faz?
That was the nuttiest reflect. Was just knew that they had the Graviton surge on the other side and just stood in front of Zarya with the reflect up and put it right back in their face into what looked like Team Bolt's Graviton surge, but in fact it was Team Hello's, and that combination Falsker with the giant Riptire. That is a little bit discouraging, I have to say, for Team Hello, as they are already down 2-0 on Nepal.
And it's important to be really aware of the other team's ultimates. And if you haven't seen a Graviton in a long while, you want to sort of play like the other team has a Graviton, because how devastating it can be exactly for that reason, and exactly why that Riptire was so devastating with the grouping that happens, especially on that map of Nepal. But now starting on this third map, it's the Reinhardt battle over on the statue side.
Whilst finding a lot of damage, they're focusing him down quite well on the side of Team Hello, but they will lose their Lucio in turn. Trades happening on both sides as both teams happy to be brawling with each other up on this upper ground. As finally, it seems that Hello have caught the break. Blue team Bolt looking to fall back a little bit and regroup while Red are likely to take this point.
Something I haven't seen in a while is two Doomfists. And yeah. Of course, I've played him recently. He can be really devastating against players that are squishy, and you give him that linear sort of distance where he can punch the crap out of you. And it's exactly here what both these teams pulling out. Wazam and L3 on Doomfist.
Pharmacy ready to go while the rest of the team is jumping to that front line, but we'll need to find the damages. They need to get an opening here, need to find an initial pick. Alton Brown will go down. That could be the opening here as the rest of the team now is without a shield for the side of Team Bolt.
Also, no resurrect on the side of Bolt, so they can't even sort of make up for the mistake of that initial pick and early in the fight. They'll have to go on without him. And also, Sad Boy doesn't really have too much hit scan to deal with. Wazam, unless he's able to go for the jump up in the air, even his right click won't be enough. But look at that. He's landing down onto the ground, and Wazam is punishing everybody in sight. Now the battle will be engaging onto the point where Bolt have the number advantage.
Bolt coming in very strong and taking out that far early on who had the rocket barrage. So just a good opportunity for Bolt to be able to hold without having to expend too much. But now Team Hello have two ultimates in their pocket, that rocket barrage and the sound barrier. But for not, they have to wait a little bit longer for the Lucio to respond. Is already pushing it onto the point. Bolt want to hold them in front of their spawn just like in the last map.
But look how much area they have to deal with, and now having a Winston, they could dive on either side, so Bolt realizing they can't occupy that much space, need to retreat back to the doorway. Well, they will be able to hold much easier as Knowledge is able to get through initial doorway. But oh, the Earth Shatter comes in, trapping the other 4 members of his team. What a disappointment.
Yeah, the Winston jumped in for Hello, but unfortunately, it was the rest of the team was knocked down by a really great Earth Shatter, so one ultimate expended for more hold here. 10 seconds pretty much left to go. Hello need to find their way onto the point in order to even just start the overtime.
Yeah, single tank, triple DPS is not working out for Hello so far. Have not even touched the point. 96% and growing. They're not even able to leave the spawn, but Doomfist comes in from the sky, not even looking for a kill, just trying to contest it. Could not make it on time to trigger overtime, and Bolt takes the 3-0.
Bolt with impressive zone control and using their ultimates very effectively. And let's go ahead and check out a replay of this beautiful 6K tire.
This is an absolute nuke. The Graviton coming in, paired up with that.
Oh, man.
Even had they had everything, even the Orisa bongos to make it even worse.
Yeah, as if it didn't do enough damage as it is. Okay.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Okay. Let's see here. Wait, join Tormented by Gnomes group? Why is he inviting me to something right now?
Who?
TBG.
I don't know who TPG is.
Tormented by Gnomes.
He was looking for casters for his team scrim. He posted in the Discord. Did you accidentally volunteer for it?
Invitations. Okay, yeah, I don't know. You at least sounded more comfortable than yesterday.
Yeah. Now that I have my god mode, baby back.
Yeah, I made a lot of really bad calls. Like when I was talking about how like, oh, Team Hello will be moving in and taking the point, and then they didn't take the point. I was like, So I was like made that call because I was looking at the kill feed and I was like, oh, they just got 2 kills, and I see more red people making their way to the point than blue people. But then,
yeah, if you just switch it to making their way to the point, then you can deal with if they don't get it the point or not.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so less definitive stuff. I think I did too many definitive things.
I forgot the call out for the high ground side of Nepal. Remember when I was like statue side and I was like, I don't know what to fucking call that.
Yeah, I think,
that called,
I think people get high ground.
Side?
I think they get high ground, right?
Because the high ground could also be like that middle bridge. So is there a call out?
That's a good point.
I know I'd like to get more comfortable with the call outs.
Yeah, stairs would be interesting.
Because I know, like, there's, like, Hotel, and then Streets phase, and they call it Hell or whatever, and then there's Beer. Like, I kind of know the call-outs here on King's Row, but I think it would augment the cast if I'm able to say more than just high ground, low ground, you know?
Right. Yeah, agreed. I know what you mean.
I know. Okay, still Hello and Bolt on the same sides.
I believe so.
Hello?
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 I am changing some settings, so
Cool,
nothing too crazy. Yeah, I want it to be more stable. I just put it back to low.
Attackers
Okay.
incoming. 30 seconds.
Alrighty, guys, we are back again. It is now King's Row. After a crazy map win for Bolt, they are up ahead 1-0 in this scrim. Lemon Kiwi, what do you think of that last match? Anything you want to point out, or just should we talk about that graviton reflect again?
Yeah, just Bolt. There's just a difference in experience levels from both these teams that have, or at least comfortability on that last Nepal map. That Bolt taking the 3-0 pretty convincingly, mostly 200 to nothing or 100 to 60 something, at least on the second map. So we'll see maybe if Hello can prove themselves a little bit better here on King's Row.
Team Hello will be able to set the pace. They have attack first as they are on the red side as L3X3. That's not how you want to start here when you're trying to bounce back after a staggering loss, going down to Waz on the McCree.
And not having to resurrect on the side of Bolt, so that'll be kind of scary if they lose one of their supports or somebody important like a Reinhardt. They can't really make up for that mistake. Knowledge goes in for the dive and gets punished for it. Junkrat close range, not the guy you want to dive.
They're not bringing any supports that can do healing from a distance, as they have Moira as well as the Lucio, so unfortunately that dive went a little bit too deep, but L3 getting pinned on the side with a good hammer, the rocket hammer, but unfortunately was not able to find a wall for that bonus damage. But hold on now, Hello, occupying the point, have more bodies on the point as well as the Winston. He's back on the field.
So, the Anna called Lucio. That was confusing, but yeah, decides to dive into the point and stagger themselves a little bit, while the other support, the smarter one, decides to disengage and get back with the team. Nonetheless, we'll have a little bit of time to kill in Streets phase of King's Row after a quick capture from Hello. Going to the next fight, they have the Mora, which will be perfect, or the Mora Coalescence, I should say, which will be perfect here in the long-range healing and also damage.
Exactly. This coalescence is so good is when there's a one payload that is just in front of him, as the Earthshatter will go on for Alton Brown now on the defense here, and now they have the ability to make a statement, but Alton Brown still not able to find any kills as everyone is still healed up for the side of Team Hello.
And the Gravity, L3 with the Doomfist ultimate. Able to find one, and also the Coalescence get popped from the side mainly to pocket the Reinhardt and push back any players from the main chokehold. Nonetheless, Hello did win that using really only, I think, 1 or 2 ultimates. Heading into the next one, Sad Boy's Deadeye, most likely going to try and hit this on the high ground, maybe in a position they won't see it from, but Pigeon also the Diva Bomb, the self-destruct, should be able to throw this at any time to distance themselves from the main choke point, which here it is, and it still is able to find 2, although the Reinhardt shield was up.
Yeah, that self-destruct was placed in just the right spot, and Alton Brown is struggling a little bit here to stay in front of the team, as the rest of Team Hello, this dive composition is doing wonders for splitting up the entire team, as they will cruise into point 2 of King's Row.
Look how, oh my god, aggressive L3 and the Winston are playing. And Doofus is an interesting DPS that can actually dive with your tanks, so I'm interested to see his return in the future matches. Now, distance being earned, and Alton Brown goes for the dive. Wazam also, Gravity Punch, see if he can find anyone, is a little bit low. You don't want to lose somebody too early here, but they're not contesting the cart.
Now the ultimate's coming out. That's going to be the tactical visor from Falsker, but he's behind this giant shield from the Winston, just now cleared, as this is going to be the Doomfist diving to the back line. He's going to be able to find, now going to be called up inside of that Graviton Surge, and finally Bolt have the defensive stand and will stop the bleeding for now.
Soldier here. Faz taking that high ground. Just trying to eco himself into an ultimate where Alton Brown will be the only one with the Earth Shatter. And really, the only person that can block it is the Winston. So he needs to just wait for the bubble to go down and Earth Shatter the rest of the team once they're all grouped up. And here it is, able to find 3. Gets the Fire Strike also on one of the support players. More are going down.
Alton Brown able to find a really good Earth Shatter again, but the teams, this has kind of been the story. They were not able to follow up on the rest of the damage as now the trades are coming through, but Bolt seemed to have succeeded by Team Hello, only focusing that Reinhardt in the good sleep dart onto Sad Boy. That's going to be the Deadeye going down and not being useful at all as Bolt just try to finalize these kills. They've been struggling so much at doing so.
Coalescence comes out 4 versus 4. Not able to find much of a kill, but the sound barrier does get triggered from the side of Hello. Diva Bomb now onto the field. Does able to single out both the Doomfist and the Ana, although the Reinhardt shield was protecting the rest of the backline. His shield is now going to be very low, and he gets pinched out, leaving the rest of the members from Bolt exposed.
Bolt are not able to fall back enough to absorb this pressure, as now they are without both of their tanks, going to need to wait for that respawn, but the point is almost to the finish line.
Graviton trapping 2 members here as Doomfist. Wazam is really out by himself trying to get this Mora player. She's able to shift out of that one, actually gives the dirty punch to Sad Boy. And now Alton Brown just has to finish off these last 2 tanks as Knowledge doesn't have a primal to save him, but disengage here out of Alton Brown to join the rest of his team as Wazam trying to go after this baby diva.
Bolt are able to somehow absorb the damage. Hello pushing in and using the dive, and they are successfully splitting up the team, but they aren't able to get the kills as easily as they were earlier in the Streets phase. So finally Bolt's starting to find their stride, and they will be up on ultimates as well, as Waz is waiting in the wings looking for a really good rocket punch.
Oh, is he able to find anyone? No, it's just trying to go after their backline, but Mora's mobility makes it so difficult to engage her directly, as now Red are spread apart, trying to deal with people in their backline. Wazam, or sorry, that's Faz, with the Deadeye finding 2. Waz also cleaning up your kill feed, as Hello really struggling to get through this initial part of third point.
Yeah, this Doomfist seems to be just turning heads for Team Hello. They want to push in, but when Waz jumps in with a rocket punch, they have to turn and deal with them because there's so many walls and can insta-kill one of your supports and one of your squishies. So right now, Bolt being carried by Waz, and now for it, they will have 3 ultimates ready to go for yet another hold if they're able to, and a good combination ready to go. That's going to be the Graviton and the Meteor Strike.
Coalescence, Meteor Strike, perfect time, but Diva Bomb going off might just punish this poor Doomfist along with his Zarya, so equal trades coming in. Faz now has to deal with an angry monkey here on the front line, and also Sad Boy on the Genji's trying to go after Ana. Can she get the lucky sleep dart? No, she does not, as Hello making distance, close to finishing this one up.
Knowledge will go down, but it did get a lot of value out of his presence, as well as Sad Boy has the Dragon Blade ready to go, as Alton Brown and the other tank, the only people available. When will he bring out this Dragon Blade? Looks like he doesn't even need it for now.
Faz with the Deadeye finding both the DPS on the side of Hello, as now even they're actually gonna nano Faz to clean up even more kills. The DMEC from Hello, complete reset out of them, and not looking for any last minute switches, it seems, as they got 38 seconds and a lot of distance to make up. You can see how forward Bolt are playing. It's going to be difficult.
The Dragon Blade was held on to. Sad Boy luckily has this for this last push, but they got to make some use out of it. They're going to be sending in Knowledge to this front line, trying to distract everyone, but the Coalescence will come out from the opposite side, and Knowledge will likely go down.
Oh, nobody to stop the Earth Shatter coming in. Mora goes down the Winston. Pigeon's able to get a trade on one of the DPSs, but here, Bolt are playing extremely forward. Alton Brown left in the backline to deal with the Doomfist and a Lucio. He's most likely going to go down, and here it is. As Hello, not anywhere close to touching the point unless the Lucio wants to do something. L3 comes in. That's the second time that he's done that. It's been too late to trigger overtime.
Score 0-2.
A really good push, but it stalled at the end. Bolt finally finding their stride, thanks to in part a couple of different things. Just their ability to fall back, finally absorbing the damage instead of just going down to it. And Alton Brown, with their backs against the wall, finally were able to stand behind their shield.
Wazam on the Doomfist also on the side of Bolt hasn't been punished from diving that backline so much. And usually people don't really want to deal with Doom or play Doomfist because of how almost squishy he can be if he puts himself in a missed position. But he's so able to go in this backline and deal with either the Ana, the Lucio, or anyone who's left in a bad position in the backline and actually getting quite a few kills. So I'm excited to see how this will go now that I believe they're going to be on the offense with this Doomfist.
Yeah, again, it's all about the fact that there's so many walls and so many angles, but you have to be able to land those rocket punches, and if you don't, then the value of Doomfist is lost, because so much of his kit relies on landing abilities and getting that overshield from getting the damage onto your enemies, and so it relies so much on that first rocket punch, because that 4-second cooldown of it being down may not be 4 or 5 seconds, whatever it is. We're gonna die if you're not able to use your abilities to get out in time. So the team can turn and chew down a Doomfist, but as we saw there in that last defense, finally Wazam was able to find just the right timing, and finally the team also following up as well to make it so it was a tough decision of, do we kill the Doomfist or do we deal with the rest of the team?
Of course, and Hello now have Pigeon on the McCree rather than, I believe she played Diva, or he played Diva on the Paul, and they have Sad Boy on the Junkrat. So a nice combination of long range spam also into this shield, which is Zarya and Roadhog here on the offense. And I see the Orisa, I thought I saw her. So triple tank from the side of Bolt.
As well as already finding the early pick onto that Ana, and this we're talking about here as he jumps to this back line, and Sad Boy and the other DPS on that on the McCree have to turn and deal with this Doomfist, but the rest of the team are losing the battle as well, losing the battle on both fronts. Hello, this first defense not looking good quite yet.
Yeah, Logistics having to retreat. Doesn't want to go down too early in this fight, but it's still winnable for them. They're able to get down this Lucio, who's getting slowed down, and falls, or Faz with the whole hog, poor pinning this Reinhardt in the corner. He's able to get the pin, and no, gets hooked right back into the kill as Bolt make this engagement worth it with the cap.
That's got to feel bad. Falsker saving his fellow support. The Ana called Lucio was able to be saved because of the hook. As this team, Bolt already pushing up so far. They want to get these picks, and they want to make it so that this push, that this point is able to push without contest until much later.
Yeah, losing that Orisa. Now there's a Reinhardt versus Zarya engagement, but now both two tanks versus one. This Reinhardt should be punished here, and he does, and that's actually Logistics on the Mora that gets the kill for that. But making the distance here on Streets phase. Hello have lost a couple members, but look at how many ultimates they have. Pretty much everything in the bank. Looking for knowledge as Graviton here in Streets phase to really make an impact. But of course, Sad Boy's Tire. We've seen how effective a Tire can be at punishing teams that stay too grouped up.
Point continues to push. 3 people on the payload, the maximum speed, so it's cruising down. But again, like you said, a lot of ultimates here, a lot of ways that Team Hello, they got the 6 stack of the ultimates, and this could be big, but the whole hog and the shield is down for the red team.
Oh, the Orisa shield's able to block the Earth Shatter, and the rest coming in, and Wazam finding 2, and look at all the kills for Bolt. They've completely wiped out Hello, and using how many ults? Just really the Earth Shatter along with Pigeon's Deadeye. So very effective and economical so far.
What a combination there. That whole hog and then Wazam able to jump in right away. What they were fighting into 6 ultimates, but Team Hello had no opportunity to use them.
Graviton coming in from the side of Hello, trapping only 2 members paired up with the Tire. Able to find Zarya. Sound Barrier also engaged along with the Nano. Look how many ults that Hello have used. Now can they turn this into kills? Faz is in a bad position, even gets anti-healed and cleaned up for the final kill as the rest of Bolt will disengage. And now Hello will also have to retreat back onto the payload as Erlin gets slept.
So Alton Brown already switching off the Reinhardt. Actually, maybe has been on the Orisa the entire time, as now they're looking to push in. Look at this Coalescence chunking down and going straight through the shield. The Kamehameha doesn't really make a difference unless there's someone else there. That's going to be Care Bear jumping in, high charge, able to get enough damage down onto Sad Boy, who unfortunately would die off the edge as well. Team Bolt are pushing here. Hello could contest one more time.
And Bolt had so much damage onto Wazam. The Nano, along with the bongos from Orisa, they're throwing out everything but the kitchen sink. Is Hello gonna try and engage again, but they get punished with the Graviton, the Earth Shatter from Airland, traps Zarya. But nobody going down, but it's gonna be fast from behind with the Whole Hog pushing everybody into his own teammates. But now Sad Boy's the last one left. He should be cleaned up as the anti-heal comes in. Can he disengage? And he does, able to get out with his life. The tire comes in, and Waz shuts that down as the payload gets home.
Play of the game, most likely gonna be Falsker. If I had to make any pick, because it was MVP of that last push. Yeah, it's likely gonna be that last push, that flank. From how many times have you seen a flank from a Roadhog? Look at this. How is he even back there?
How has no one seen anything? Oh, and shuts down the high noon, and Anna's surprised that she couldn't get maybe a 360 sleep on him, because that would have been super clutch. But the Whole Hog literally pushing the enemy team into his own teammates, which you would think maybe that would be bad, but ended up working out.
And you don't expect a Roadhog to be flanking, so can't really fault Team Bolt. But really great play, and now we are tied up. Both teams taking one on this. Again, it's just Scrim, so they're trying out different strategies. Wonder if they had coordinated on that Doomfist, playing Doomfist into Doomfist. Definitely haven't seen a lot of Doomfist very much in competitive play or even at the pro level.
What's nice that it's able to have that sort of verticality that can join the dive with the Winston and the D.Va, so something new. Because, you know, Genji is usually what you see in a dive, and Tracer can't really jump that high up along with everybody else, so maybe trying to switch out Doomfist with a Tracer or something to pair with the Genji. But also seeing the McCree as well, which is interesting because you would think Soldier's a lot easier to use, has the self-healing, a little bit more, you know, bullets in the tank too. So I always see Soldier over McCree, but then you got these McCree gods that come out and make you not doubt them anymore.
Yeah. Actually,
Yeah.
yeah, just as a quick note, I think the way that Moira, I was having a Twitter conversation with somebody, and they were talking about, like, is Moira in a good spot? And I was saying, yeah, I think she is, because it's about, but you need to know how to play into her, like not stay in quarters for too long. You need to use, if you're gonna run dive to play against Moira, you need to go in, go fast, and kill everyone else first. Don't try to focus down the Moira unless you can blow her up. And I think Doomfist does bring that element where you can blow up a Moira. If she doesn't have the fade and doesn't dodge in the correct way, then she will get smushed against the wall. So it's interesting to see Doomfist maybe a little bit of a buff if the other team is bringing in a Moira.
Yeah, I've seen the Doomfist try and go after that Moira player so many times, but her, like, not only is she a super mobile support and versatile in so many ways, but she goes invisible. So if she can pick the right direction where you don't see her, like, you're kind of caught out looking for a player and can get immediately punished for it. So we go into Temple of Anubis, Bolt versus Hello. If you're new to the stream, see if Alton Brown can cook up some wins. Hey. Okay, I had to say it like once.
Yep. Man, I feel like I'm having trouble with focus right now on saying words. I'm going back to saying here and there a lot, and
write it down on a paper.
Yeah, I've already captured it. I think I'm excited to look for do the VOD review with the pros and see how they address those kind of things, or they, you know, how they, what their speech patterns are. Now that I understand what I really struggle with, it's like, okay, well, how do the people actually know what they're doing? How do they do it?
Yeah. I think I mixed up a team name or the team members in the last one. I thought Hello was on offense when they were on defense or something, so I noticed that, and I'm searching for words sometimes, but...
They swap sides, by the way.
Oh, shit. Good to know. Other than that, anything else you noticed that I'm doing, or something I should work on?
You definitely sound more comfortable. I think I'll have to go back and listen to it again, but
yeah,
you definitely sound a lot more comfortable, which is good.
That's good. All right, kick it off.
All right, guys, we're down to 1-on-1 on this Scrim. Bolt going to be leading it off here on the red side, bringing back Care Bear with the hook, who was now trying to show up. Actually, no, yeah, I think it was Care Bear that brought in the ultimate that won them the game. That game last time is L3. L3 will be brought back and taking out the counterpart Waz, but already onto the point is Team Bolt.
Only 2 members from Bolt onto the point as support's trying to stay back into the backline, but Erlin on the Mercy was able to make up for an initial pick there on L3, the Widow, who's actually been secretly taking out all the members of Bolt, and Bolt have not had a response to this Widow.
Oh, nice pick off.
There you go.
Finally,
There's a
Waz.
response.
That's going to be a really good pick. Is finally Waz finding the mark, being warded off because of that Winston jump. But like you said, they got the pick onto L3. That's why Bolt moved in, but then the res brought back L3. And now it's going to be up to Bolt to try to push in, but they have a lot of that health because of the sound barrier.
Hello, having to use the sound barrier and now a Diva Bomb, which didn't really find anybody or distance anybody else important. You can see how Bolt are now cornered here as both supports, the Coalescence coming out. Sad Boy here with the Genji Blade has an enemy Winston now in Primal Rage form. Able to distance those players off. Now Lucio trying to contest this a little bit more. Buy his team a little bit more time, and the engage comes in, and now counter Genji Blade comes out, counter Sound Barrier comes out, and the fight is extended.
Yeah, Bolt a little bit split on the decision as Alton Brown jumped out of there, but now on the rest of the point, it is still even as Falsker is able to demech the Diva. So now no other tank here is on the point, and they do have an extra health pool because of the sound barrier, but it's surely going to be cut down. L3 is back on the point, but will not be able to contest as she goes down as well.
Yeah, they need to focus down Erlin, who's able to get a resurrect off, and she gets punished right after that. Still, both supports from Bolt are up. They need to deal with that. And Mora, not only able to do damage, and he not only able to do healing, but does damage as well. Finds that kill onto Winston as they finally get the capture after a very long, exhausting battle. As we head into second point of Anubis.
Waz now really doing a good job. Oh, another click on the head of L3, and this is going to be a very big pick as already there's going to be no mercy for the side of Team Hello, but a self-destruct regardless will be thrown in the middle. Takes down Falsker, and now the reinforcements are starting to arrive. The tank back on the point.
Oh, this is bad for Hello, losing Erlin, who also had the Valkyrie, but let's see if L3 can get some picks. But now having the Diva Bomb and the Angry Winston in your face, nothing that they can deal with. But still, one member from Hello still contesting this one is Knowledge, who was in Primal Rage form. Now Erlin able to pop that Valkyrie, try and sustain the healing. Alton Brown and Logix are now going down into the backline. Oh, she's actually able to escape out of that somehow, but Bolt losing members and losing pressure onto the point.
At the side of Bolt, Alton Brown ran all the way to the end and tried to stuff one of the spawn doors, but the Team Hello was already on the point, and unfortunately the rest of Team Bolt not able to handle the rest of it. So despite Wazam's early picks, not able to convert, Team Bolt will have to try one more time, but they still got a lot of time left, 4:30, and they have a Dragon Blade, a very big ultimate as the rest of the team will engage, and he's jumping in.
Oh, the sound barrier that Spaz with the Genji Blade, able to find at least the Widow. Logix gets two. Faz with another one. Complete team wipe and devastation here for Hello as even Pigeon is demeched. Not much she can do. Can Hello come back to the point? L3 has to switch from the Widow to the Tracer. The Traegers maybe in overtime, but not enough. Erlin going for the Resurrect. She gets cut down as well. Pack with the solo sound barrier extending this one. Even Sad Boy has to go down to May. The full contest composition coming out. Now all the members of Hello are back.
Yeah, starting to get bodies back on the point. This Primal Rage is going to buy so much time as L3 is now onto the Sombra, so it can be even more annoying, but still, full team here for the side of Team Bolt, and Alton Brown is finding the kills.
Oh, Diva Bomb not able to find anybody, but the kills are going in Bolt's favor. Knowledge is going to get singled out. Sad Boy has to wall himself off, but this is just an ice jail where death is the only thing that will meet him.
Now on the 2 ticks, Pigeon is right there, but a Primal Rage will be batting back the rest of the team and preventing them from getting onto the point. 3 minutes and 23 left, a pretty good time. Team Hello now has to respond.
This was 2 team fights, and I mean the first one, we were both surprised that they didn't cap it with L3 on the Widow getting the first 2 initial picks and then storming in with the Lucio speed boost. And unfortunately, it took so much time on that first team fight, but the second chance, they got it. 3.5 minutes, of course, like you said, plenty of time. As things switched up, Hello on their side of the offense. We'll see if they're going to pull out any tricks up their sleeve.
There are a lot of ways to play first point, and so it'll be interesting to see how Bolt will defend early on. So we'll wait for this time to count down, but I'm sure we'll see Wazam on the Widowmaker yet again. The rest of the picks, let's see if they still continue to do that. If they come out of spawn, that'd be really interesting. You have a Torbjorn, Orisa, and Care Bear on the Mei. Lemon, any thoughts on this? As it looks like they're exiting spawn with it.
I'm not sure why the Mei. I've seen Torb, you know, if you want to go, maybe they're trying to set up Torb on the high ground. I've seen, like, you know, Mei provide an ice wall to give certain high ground advantages to players that can't get there. But on the offense, I think a main difference also in the support players is that Erlin got a lot of resurrects off and sort of able to sustain the team fights, or at least make up for little mistakes or mispositions or, you know, picks early in the team fight, where Bolt did not have a Mercy. You know, they go with the Morris, a little bit more damage with the Coalescence and her overall kit. It seems like Torbjorn here is setting up his turret on the high ground here.
It's a pretty nice spot because you don't spot it right away, but as soon as you dive onto the point, then it starts hurting and you wonder where the damage is coming from. And a Torbjorn turret at level 2 is pretty annoying and can take you out pretty quickly if you can't get to it.
Before defenses start out, they're going to have the Orisa Wazam now onto the Widow. And the dive initiated here by L3. Knowledge is soon to follow. As Sad Boy here on the Genji, see if he can put some initial picks and goes right after Wazam on the Widow. Lucio close to going down, or sorry, that's the Ana called Lucio onto the point and actually wins that gun battle and the kill feed all for Bolt. Does Hello have to retreat?
I'm taking care of you.
A tank line dived in, dove in, and Knowledge was trapped behind the ice wall, so it got frozen up, got demeched right away, and L3 was able to be focused by Wazam on that upper ground. So now, Team Hello, figuring out what they want to change. We'll see just 2 swaps here. Pigeon now swapping to the Widowmaker, and Knowledge now on that Zarya. Oh, and one more change. Sideboy now switching onto the Pharah as well.
It's going to be a little bit difficult with Wazam having open sights, but maybe getting those initial rockets, like exactly what he's doing. She could just kind of zip away, but still, Wazam has to be careful of that Pharah, but you would think a Widow is going to win that fight. Nonetheless, Faz gets the first kill onto Pigeon on the Widow, as the fight will be commencing.
Yeah, L3 trying to make space for the rest of the team, but so much damage being focused down, and they have no answer for the Torbjorn turret as Knowledge and L3 were split up for that entire fight, and will even get sleep darted and meet her demise as now Bolt again holding strong on this defense. This comp not actually too troll, it's working pretty well, and probably not what Team Hello was looking to expect.
Sad Boy's not really going to be able to... Oh, I didn't think he'd be able to spot it, but somehow he gets the right angle onto the Torbjorn turret, so now you got Faz, who's going to have to go build it again. As Waz just has to be careful of the Pharah is now... Ooh, the fight now going into Hello's favor, taking down Alton Brown early.
Knowledge now, they've gotten through at least one of the tanks, and now there's no shield for them to hide behind, and now the fight is on the point as Knowledge is now getting pretty up there in terms of the charge, and the sound barrier comes out from Team Hello to make sure that they can take this point.
Maid's going to be effective at freezing down that Reinhardt. Anybody that really gets close to her, as long as she gets the follow-up she needs. Hello being forced back into the stairs and now playing onto the point where May can wall herself off into the building, but she's going to get pinched out literally, and now it's just trying to escape and finally eats the hammer as Hello get the capture they need.
Yeah, playing a little bit of secret agent is everyone was looking for the Mei, but had somehow gotten behind the ice wall and just out of people's sights. It took L3 a little bit more time to find the Mei, but nonetheless, they're able to capture that point early on and now get to move. 5 minutes left to work with. They'll push on to second point.
So, special attack from Marissa coming in as Care Bear also having the blizzard in her back pocket and activating it right now, freezing that entire area at the beginning. But kills all in favor of Bolt, not even really needing the blizzard to make much of an impact. As Hello having to disengage, Sad Boy's last one left and actually gets out with his life, but they do lose the Mercy, who is trying to fly to the fair and actually gets walled off from the Mei. So interesting mechanics coming out of Care Bear.
Yeah, very unfortunate for the Mercy there, who should not be that stuffed by a wall, but unfortunately out of the line of sight, Sad Boy was retreating and didn't give Mercy the path to get back. But they will have some more to work with for ultimates, and they could string it together here, but they have been having so much trouble just working up this lane, but at least don't have a blizzard to run into this time.
And single tank, and oh, the Earth Shatter coming in, Coalescence raining down, but it's going to be the pin on the Reinhardt, who actually gets himself picked, the Graviton, trapping 3 members, but not having the numbers they need or the damage they need to get the kills out of it, as Knowledge tries to push in by himself. Unfortunately, gets shut down as Pigeon's the last one left from the side of Hello. He actually gets away with his life, and actually no, Alton Brown will most likely try and dive him, and Sad Boy could go for the punish, but the disengage.
Not waste this opportunity.
Yeah, unfortunately, Team Hello threw in the good money after the bad. L3 did the shoulder charge in and got picked off, and Knowledge still dropped that Graviton Surge. And unfortunately for them, that barrier from the Winston just protected them from any damage, and it was only the Zarya throwing in damage, and Sad Boy wasn't even able to land the rockets, but still has the rocket barrage, and it can be a game changer if they can get in a position. But unfortunately on the other side, Molten Core is ready.
Wazam onto the Hanzo. I didn't even see him. Maybe this must have been a recent switch, but Erlin able to bring back the Lucio. Sound barrier now from the side of Hello. See if they can make this happen. L3 going for the pin. Sad Boy with the barrage from behind, finding 3. Is going to get dove. Unfortunately, the Mercy was not there to help her.
But L3 trying to take care of that turret on the side means that he's off the point, but now finally retreating back onto it. 4 strong on the point for Team Hello, as the Lucio just trying to buy a little bit more time, finally matching up with the name with the hero.
Faz contesting this one on the Tracer. Logistics on the Moor. The Earth Shatter coming in to say goodbye, but let's see if they can sustain this a little bit more. In the last team fights we've seen, this can go a long way, especially on second point of Anubis, as the Primal Rage coming out from Alton Brown. Care Bear also on a stalling sort of hero, walling out literally the Mercy, who's actually able to make her way around, going for the Resurrect, is still able to get it off on the Pigeon. Logistics with the Coalescence from the side, trying to heal her members, actually gets pinned. But no, she actually gets saved by her Winston.
Sad Boy trying to do as much work as he can from above, but everyone is hiding under this Winston shield. These bubbles are being such a nuisance for these rockets to find their mark, as Sad Boy taking so much damage will go down to Felsker, and finally this push will not even get to 1 tick. Team Hello looks so good getting onto the point, but Bolt came back in a big way.
Hello, we're so close to getting it. Look how close the 1 tick is. It must be frustrating to deal with that. And even Sad Boy initiating that with the triple barrage and the rest of it coming in. I'm going to be a little bit careful of L3 going for some risky pins down this hallway. It is tempting to just charge down the hallway and hope you get somebody good, but they focus you down. And we've seen L3 make a couple mistakes here on Reinhardt, but now with the shield up, they got to be wary of Care Bear that can wall them off at any opportunity and pinch out and single out these players.
That is a big problem they have to worry about. And a Pulse Bomb could be a big one as well, but fortunately the shield was up for L3, and they decide to move up this left corridor through the catacombs. And now L3 has a big ultimate. That Earth Shatter could find a lot of targets, and they'll be down their Mercy though for this last push.
Oh, Graviton is ready out of Knowledge, just waits for the group up at any time. The Sound Barrier coming in from Hello to guarantee this. Even L3 using the Earth Shatter. Sad Boy with the barrage with only a couple health was not able to be as effective as they needed to. Still finding one of the support players. A Sound Barrier coming in from Bolt wins them the fight.
I feel like we've seen that before. Wazam reflect onto a Graviton Surge. I believe like we saw in Nepal, but that was the story there. The Graviton Surge came out for Team Hello, but then swallowed them up in a very confusing battle for them and threw out that Earth Shatter, and then was suboptimal yet again. Unfortunately now are down to just trying to finish this point, not even talking about matching the time that Bolt set on the first attack.
Very interesting setup out of Bolt. They have Care Bear waiting to wall off these players. Alton Brown ready for the dive at any opportunity. Doesn't get the wall that they really want. L3 getting trapped now. Knowledge pushing forward here with the Lucio. Sad Boy looking for a kill. Knowledge is able to pick up 1. Trades going back and forth, as I believe I thought I heard a blizzard, and here it is, trapping these members from Hello.
Goes down on the point, and Knowledge so close to being frozen as well. Finally caught on the other side of that wall, but only Knowledge available, and L3 on the point. Looking very dire here for them to be able to get back, but that Mercy res will bring back Knowledge in the Mercy, but only 2 versus 5. This doesn't look very good at all.
No ultimates for Hello, and they're losing members fast. Erlin with the Valkyrie, trying to keep everybody alive, has to go for the Resurrect, is getting dove, shut down. Pigeon, the last one left. Overtime dwindling down, and Bolt finally secure the defense they need. Or offense, defense. Whatever I
Yeah,
said.
that is the hold that they needed, and now will earn them the victory on Anubis. And look at here, Alton Brown. What do you got cooking for us in this ultimate? That was the reflect off of that reflected graviton surge, and just got in the back and just used the Tesla cannon to get so much damage, and just combining together with the primal rage will just make sure he stays topped off and healthy to throw some punches the other way.
Yeah, and that was the barrage I noticed from Sad Boy. He was only a couple health, having to go for that desperate barrage, but 45 seconds left. Maybe if they died quick enough, they could have tried and force one last team fight. But unfortunately, use of the barrage where he get dove by the Winston, and that's why the play of the game goes in his favor.
That is right. And that is the last game of this scrim, as it looks like Team Hello has left the building.
Goodbye.
Did they just mic drop? They won, right?
Bolt won,
right?
yeah. Bolt won Nepal and Anubis.
Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, they swapped sides after. Nice. All right.
That was a short scrim.
Yeah, it was pretty short. And if we want, we can try to hit up TBG and see if he...
Yeah, see if he's still got a scrim up.
Oh, actually, no, he fell to the form, so... Oh. Oh, okay, so it's gonna be in like 30 minutes.
Oh, sweet. So we can just chit chat and go over VOD or whatever you want to do.
Alright, I'm gonna stream. Start it again.